Welcome to the world's first Straight Talk Solarcast. This is your go-to podcast for answers about solar. Brought to you by Solar Harmonics in Northern California, who invite their customers to own their energy by purchasing a solar panel system for their home, business, or farm. Each episode, we discuss questions facing people making the decision to go solar. The solutions to your questions are given to you straight by one of the leading experts in the solar industry, Jamie Duran, president of Solar Harmonics. Feel free to search our library for answers to questions that you're facing when considering solar. And now, here's Adam Duran, our host with the questions, and Jamie Duran, our solar expert with Straight Talk Solarcast.
Hello, Jamie.
Hello, Adam.
How's everything in the land of solar this week?
It's exciting, always something going on. And today there's, you may have heard like a couple years ago that maybe not UC, but the city of Berkeley decided that they were going to get rid of natural gas altogether.
Oh.
And what they were saying is any new construction that there was going to be no natural gas and everything had to be electric.
Ah.
And so everyone was like, okay, how's that going to work? Because the technology kind of wasn't there for heating and for water heaters.
Yeah.
And a lot of people love cooking with natural gas rather than electric. And Berkeley said, don't care. We're going. We're going.
Don't care. Okay.
Don't care. And we're going full electric.
Wow.
And then that, of course, lawsuits and things that happened, and then they backed off of it. But San Mateo County also put in through the municipal code, decided that they were also going to do an all electric mandate, and gasoline not included, of course. But for new construction, everything was going to be all electric. And so if you were putting a new ADU in, it had to be fully electric. And a lot of times the heating costs.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, I thought maybe something hit you in the back of the head or something.
No.
A bird flew in. Nothing?
Yes.
Okay.
I was just picturing an ADU and then thinking about, the electricity to heat it.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. All right.
So a lot of times the ADU heating costs, the electric cost, was more than the actual home. And for those of you who don't know, an ADU is an adult dwelling unit. So it's generally, one bedroom, one bath, a little living room type of thing, compared to the main house that used natural gas for heating. And so it's causing all kinds of trouble. And so San Mateo County, just today, they announced that they are suspending enforcement of that energy code because it was not done correctly, but it will be back because they said it was done through the municipal code, meaning like the city council or since it's county, the county supervisors all voted for this, but they should have done it through the building code. And so now it's just going to be old switcheroo. And they're going to put this in the building code.
Hey.
And the reason I wanted to talk about it is because if Berkeley and then San Mateo County, those are big deals. Berkeley is not a county. It's definitely a city. But San Mateo County, that's a big area. And there's not a lot of new construction going on out there, but there certainly is. And a lot of people are tearing down the existing houses that were built like in the 40s. And putting up, triplexes and, kind of subdividing them up or putting multiple properties on. And then those ones will have to be all electric. And then that's where we come in because, people there in San Mateo anyway are used to electricity bills of, $100 to $200 a month max. And then with electric cars, electric heat pumps, electric heat pump water heaters, electric gas or electric stoves, ovens, everything. They're getting in the $600-$700 a month. And that is causing a little bit of panic, as you can imagine, especially a brand new house. And now everything has to be fully electric. And when they're building these, they're not gigantic roofs. These are really, really small roofs. And so and the electricity costs are just going to go up. By the way, PG&E just announced another increase for electric vehicle drivers. Your favorite, Adam, because now it's there's so many electric cars out, especially in California, where they are using a lot more electricity during the evening, and so PG&E is saying, "Woohoo! Demand went up. Let's increase prices." So,
Yay!
hey, and it is interesting too, because that's not during the daytime, so we can't just put up solar and say, "Oh, well, you're going to charge during the day." This is solar, and then it deposits back into the grid at 7 cents a kilowatt hour. So now it's all mishmash, because now if you charge at night, then you're going to have a battery that will store the power, but you have this big battery with the electric car. So it's interesting, and we're going to see how this evolves as we do everything. But in general, it's very fascinating that, on one hand, the county wants all electric for new construction. So as homes and buildings are falling into disrepair or they're sold, the new owner is going to have to make them all electric. And we'll see where that goes, because again, there's lots of trees in those areas, and solar's not all that great, and the roofs are not all that big. And so we really just can't put very much solar up. And so I'm curious to see how this will work out, because going from $200 a month to $800 a month to charge your electric vehicle and to use your heat pump, and I'm not sure how that's going to work out. What do you think?
If you don't plan for, I'm just picturing the ADU with
Yep.
a total of 2 solar panels on it, and that's not going to work, right? So.
Oh yeah, and it's a very small amount. But if you're a new builder, you already have your costs already planned out of what it's going to cost for this new building. And then if the solar guys come in and say, "Oh, you need 40 solar panels," they're like, "Who? What? And you need 2 backup batteries, and
Wow.
and electric vehicle charging." Because what I think will happen next is they're already mandating that solar the buildings have to be solar ready. But soon I would expect that every new home is going to have at least one electric vehicle outlet, so you can plug in your electric vehicle.
Yep.
And the second thing is battery storage. I think that's coming soon, and it's going to make the price of housing much more, but it will decrease the cost of home ownership going forward. So, oh boy, all kinds of, and everyone in these are the canary in the coal mine. That's why we're talking about these here, because they start in California and then they spread out. And as I mentioned, San Mateo County, it's a really, in general, wealthy area. With some of the most expensive real estate in the world is in this county. So it could easily spread to other counties and other areas of California. But I wouldn't be surprised within 5 years, we're seeing, Los Angeles saying all electric, because we need to do something about this smog. So, and the air has gotten better down there.
Way better. Way better.
Way better.
Yeah.
And so we will see what happens, see how things progress. But for those of you not in California, or all over the world, the phase out of natural gas, even though it is clean burning and all that kind of stuff, and the world has tons of natural gas, it's very inexpensive. Getting to all electric seems to be a goal of some of these elected officials. So once again,
I'm raising my hand, Jamie. Is natural gas so cheap? It seems to only be growing in price right along with everything else.
For sure, and it is cheaper. So, for example, natural gas is less expensive when compared to kilowatt hours of electricity.
Okay.
You cannot grow any natural gas on your roof, and you can't grow it in your backyard. So,
right.
this is the whole thing. They're saying, well, if we raise electricity prices high enough, people will go solar. Well, you have to still have that space for the solar. Otherwise, you're just going to be left with unending, gigantic electricity bills, and people just, going, what am I supposed to do? Because I can't put on any more solar, and my demand for electricity keeps going up and up and up. So, with that, I don't know what the solution is. Maybe potentially we could do carports for most new homes as well. So, and right now, if you have a driveway, that's generally really good space. And if it was covered and then covered with solar panels, that could be an area that we could use, or, back patio areas that we could cover in solar panels. So we're going to have to get creative. We're going to have to see what's going on. But it is fascinating to see, these mandates, and this is how we're going to do it going forward, without it doesn't seem any forethought of what the consequences are going to be. It's kind of rolled out and then wait to get sued.
Devil is in the details. All the details part of this is. Oh, boy.
It's not even a detail. It's like, okay, if you're going to quadruple someone's electricity usage, how do you expect that to pan out? So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll be disclosed in the real estate disclosures for these people, so they don't get in there and say, oh my God, I have my rent or my house payment is $4,000 and my electricity bill is $2,000. And then my HOA is another $1,000. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah. Ouch. But yep.
Thanks, Jamie.
Exciting. Very exciting.
All right. We're going to wrap it up there. Thank you for taking another few moments out of your week to learn a little bit more about solar. If you'd like to give us a review, or if you have a question for an upcoming episode, you can do both of those by going to our Facebook page, Straight Talk Solarcast. Write us a review there, or send us a question, and Jamie will be sure to get to it on an upcoming episode. If you have a question that you think maybe Jamie has answered, you can go to solarharmonics.com, click on the podcast link at the top of the page, and you'll be taken to a library of our past episodes. Go do that now, and recommend this podcast to a friend, because once they go solar correctly, they will save thousands upon thousands of dollars over the life of their system. And what better friend is that, we ask? I don't know. Until next time, everybody. See you.
That's all for now. Thank you for listening to this episode of Straight Talk Solarcast with solar expert Jamie Duran. Join us each week for more answers to your solar questions. Speaking of questions, got some? Email us at solarcast@solarharmonics.com, and we'll be sure to give you an answer in an upcoming episode. This episode of Straight Talk Solarcast is brought to you by Solar Harmonics, the leading solar energy developer in Northern California, who invite you to own your energy. Visit them on the web at www.solarharmonics.com.